I'll be taking the 8:20 bus route. It's a shuttle that will take me on a tour of Jeju. While I wait, I'm having Pake's coffee, which what seems to be is potentially K-pop stars. I've never been to a sunken stadium before where the pitch is actually down there. And this is my last day on Jeju Island, so it's been really good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today I'll be taking the 8:20 bus route. It's a shuttle that will take me on a tour of Jeju, and I'll get to see a lot of the tourist sites. So that's all the places that this particular shuttle will take me throughout the day, and I'll be able to see the west of the island. There's also the same tour that allows you to see the east of the island, but I might do that one tomorrow, do the west today. I'm running out of time. I don't have much time left on the island. But I'm glad I found this tour on the 8:20 bus route, and it will allow me to streamline my particular touristic activities on the island. So, big day planned ahead. At this rate, I think I'll be coming back to my accommodation at about 6 or 7 at night. It's currently 7:30 in the morning, and I'm at the airport, and that is where we catch the shuttle. Adios. Okay, I've just caught the bus from the airport, and I'm in Dongwang Transit Stop. It's pretty remote. There's not much going on out here. And I'd probably say it's a little bit difficult to get out here because one, you got to try and figure out which bus you need to take, and then two, you actually have to walk from the other side across some rubble and a field in order to come here to catch this bus. But there was a lady there that was quite helpful, and she saw that I had the brochure in my hand and guided me in the right direction. So, like I said, Korean people are always great. They're always happy to lend a hand. And look, you can't get lost, but it would be good if there was some signage there to say, okay, come over here to catch the bus. So here I am waiting to catch the bus. And my first stop today will hopefully be the Tea Museum. So let's see how we go. Waiting for my 600 bus to take me to the Jeju World Cup Stadium. While I wait, I'm having a Pake's coffee, which what seems to be is potentially K-pop stars on the cup. This is a big intersection here, Dongwon Transit area, that's what it's called. There's a number of bus stops that head off into different directions. Semi-industrial, a lot of tour buses taking people to sites. I just finished up at the tea farm and now I'm off to the stadium. I'm pretty excited about visiting the stadium because I remember watching the World Cup as a teenager, in my 20s, and thinking to myself, I should be in South Korea and Japan watching the football. But I never went. And what do you know? 25 odd years later, I think it's 25, here I am on the way to seeing a former World Cup stadium. Let's see how we go. Wow, what a ride that was for $4 Australian. I rode the bus from the west of the island to the south. It was probably about 50 minutes and I saw the whole coastline, including luxury resorts, luxury villas, a military base, greenhouses, beautiful coastline. It was amazing. Now I understand why a lot of people come to Jeju to holiday. There's a lot going on down there in the south. But I'm here at the Jeju World Cup Stadium now, the site of where Brazil beat China 4-0 in the World Cup. There was also 2 other games played there as well from different groups. I'm pretty excited. It's right in front of me now. It's a big structure. I'm going to see if I can go in and do a bit of a tour. Here we go. Rightio, this way. It's a mammoth structure. Wow, it looks like a sunken stadium. This is different. I was looking up to see the walls, but there's no walls. All right, this is interesting. Look at that. Great architecture. Wow, this is interesting. Nice pitch. Very nice ground. Currently used by Jeju United in the K-League. It's a sunken stadium. I've never been to a sunken stadium before where the pitch is actually down there. It's nice. It's really good. And I like the design as well. It's not too kind of closed off by a grandstand, so it's fairly open. It might get a little bit windy because it's open, but so be it. In a nice part of town as well, here in the south. I think it's going to rain soon, so I'd best be off now. But yeah, it's definitely brings back a lot of memories watching this game, the Brazil versus China game on TV when I was younger, and now being at the stadium is a bit surreal. So yeah, I'm just happy that I've been able to come to the stadium. Ginger, how are you? Ginger. Nearing the southernmost tip of the Jeju Island. I've been staying in the north of the island. Very different down here. it feels a lot more tropical. Although it isn't a tropical island, it just feels warmer. It has that resort feel, more of a holiday destination, whereas where I'm staying is the downtown area, or close to, and it's more of a city feel. Interesting island, very interesting. Look at these rock formations. Guessing that's a port there. And that would be the open seas beyond there. Going south and you'll probably get to Japan, I'd say. This is the Jeju bus terminal. All buses connect through here, the main terminal. You can go all over the island and connect into the Jeju bus terminal. Very handy to be positioned right next to it with my guest house. You don't really sense that you're on an island when you're in Jeju. It's so built up. It feels like you're on the mainland. This place has been well developed. Good infrastructure. And if they were to drop you here and someone was to tell you you're in Korea, you'd probably say, I'm probably at one of the smaller cities on the mainland. Today's a bit overcast. It's a bit cooler. Maybe the temperatures are changing, the seasons. But still very pleasant. Just going for a walk, doing some exploring in areas that I haven't explored yet. Trying to find new things. Robot cafe mainly, no luck. Let's see what we can find today. one coastline to another, from Seogwipo coastline in the south of the Jeju Island to the Jeju City coastline, which is where I am in the north of the island. Very different scenes here. Yesterday was very hot. The south is very much big, or mostly, a tourist resort with maybe honeymooners, people enjoying a week or a weekend away or a week away. Up here, it's a fishing zone. There's a lot of trawlers out there out getting the fish. There's a lot of fish restaurants and markets behind me. There's a few hotels here. There's the wave breakers. It's a bit grey today, very nice and cool, more bearable. And this is my last day on Jeju Island, so it's been really good. It's given me a different perspective about Korea and learning about the Jeju people that have inhabited this island for many, many, many years. Jeju Island is worth the visit. It's approximately 1 hour flight from Busan and probably an hour and a bit from Seoul. It gives you a different perspective about Korea and the Korean people. It also introduces you to the Jeju people of the island. The airport is also close by. A lot of planes taking off. It's a busy airport. It's an international airport. But coming back to what I was saying earlier, is, Seoul is more than just the bright lights. Korea is more than just the bright lights in Seoul. There's this whole great culture and family and traditional way of life that surfaces as you head out of Seoul, as you go out into the regions like Gwonju and places like that. And I'm so happy that I took the time to visit more than one city and one place in Korea, so I can have the insight about the Korean people and their culture. From here onwards, I'm just taking it easy, flying back to Melbourne soon in a few days. I'll be back in Seoul for a few days just to kind of unwind and take it all in for the one last time. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying the peace and quiet, the fresh air, the calmness, and the sights of Jeju Island, because I never know if I'll ever be back. There's so many places to visit in the world. You have to make an effort to see as many places as you can. But I'm glad I came to Jeju Island. It's really a fantastic place to visit. And it's very cultural, and there's a lot to learn here. Some hints and tips about Jeju Island. When you're dining into a restaurant, always be sure to ask if the food you're ordering is for one person or is for two people. I find that a lot of restaurants serve up food enough for two people. And if you ask the question ahead, they'll kindly give you your answer and possibly recommend a plate of food that is suitable for one person. If you're really hungry, you can always eat the two people plate. But it's really important, and I'd say that's probably applicable to the wider Korea. Always ask the question, is this for one person or two people? Also with restaurants, I found that some restaurants I visited would have I wouldn't say a restricted menu, but a limited menu. And maybe outside you'll see images of food that you'd like to eat, but once you go inside, there might only be certain types of food cooking. So it's also important to ask the question to see if the food that you're after is available. If not, it's okay. You shouldn't be forced to eat something that you don't want to eat. But just be conscious of that as well. Thirdly, on Jeju Island, if you walk, don't be afraid to walk around and explore and jump on buses and go out to the east or the west or south of the island, because the great thing about this island is the bus service is fantastic. You can catch a bus from anywhere and it will always get you back close to your accommodation. So I've been staying in Jeju City and I have gone out to the west of the island, the east of the island, the south of the island, and there's always a bus stop or a transit zone, and you can catch a bus that will bring you back close to your accommodation. Worst case scenario, 5 or 10 minutes maximum from where you're staying. So make sure you explore whilst in Jeju. Got another plane going up. Very frequent. There's Jeju Air. I flew Jeju Air from Busan to Jeju, and now I'm flying Jeju Air from Jeju to Seoul. International airport here at Jeju, pretty impressive.